everyone. We welcome each and every one of you to this program that we continue to run with my friend Angie. And today we are very excited, right, Angie, to bring you guys this topic. And is, as you know, that we are entering the Thanksgiving week, basically. And with that said, we really wanted to bring you some interesting points that we would like to share. And you know, it's basically going to be a little bit of what the history, how Thanksgiving started it, and how we have moved forward from then, and what are we doing right now, and why we're celebrating, and what's the reason we do celebrate Thanksgiving. So today, Angie and I, you know, decided to do this topic because I think it's going to be of tremendous help to all of you guys, and obviously to ourselves first, because obviously you have to speak to us first, because that is why we can deliver to you too. So I just want to welcome Angie for taking her time again in this program that we have titled Multiplying Love, because that's what it is. We want to multiply love, and love comes in any way, right? And that is that, you know, with love, everything can happen, and with love, everything is possible. And yeah, so I just wanted to give a little bit welcoming to Angie today.
Yes, hi, Mari. Well, hello, everyone. It's an honor for me to be here in this moment just to share about the word of the Lord and how we see Thanksgiving. And we want to share this. We want to fill you up with new thoughts, better decisions, and maybe, you know, a heart that can be filled out with the love of God. Yes.
Amen. Yes, we cannot forget about, you know, how God come into place when it comes to celebrations like this. And this is something that I don't want to say, Angie, that maybe people have walked away from, but it's sort of reminding humanity, right? How important it is to keep God in the center, in our center, in every way. It's not just during the celebration of Thanksgiving, but in every step in our lives, every situation, any in times of happiness, you know, right? Happiness in every level, right? We should always have God, you know, in the center. So we would like to share with you today, and like I said, a little bit of history, right, of what Thanksgiving. So what is the reason for celebrating Thanksgiving? So I did a little research, Angie, and this is what I found out. So what happened was that back in, I think it was more in the late 1600s, right? So over in Europe, right, New England. So it was a holiday that they decided to celebrate, right? And they particularly pick a time, right? Like now it's November, right? But they had a time of celebrating this special holiday in which they will just give thanks to things that they were so grateful for, right? So they said that Thanksgiving was equal to days of prayers. This is back then. So, and it says that they will gather their families, you know. I can just only imagine, Angie, like, you know, can you imagine? It's not just the immediate family. You know how, you know, people from other cultures or from, you know, like we come from another country. It's like you imagine celebrating with all these, your whole family, right? Aunts, uncles, brother, you know, brother, sister, parents. And it's just a big celebration that they used to have. And at the same time, they were also giving prayers to God. And I just found that to be so amazing, because I was like, wow, so, you know, that was important for them. And that was important for them back then in the 1600s. So it is a reminding for us in the 2000s that God is still the answer for many things, right? And with that said, you know, I also, you know, read that, you know, some examples why they were giving thanks. And they said that they were thankful for their safeness. So, you know, they were being safe. They didn't feel insecure. And they were giving thanks for that. their military victories. If we remember back then, there were a lot of battles going on, right? And they were just thankful because obviously maybe their husband, their brothers came back, safe from those battles. And that was a victory for them. That was as a thankful reason for celebrating Thanksgiving. Or another example is abundant in their harvest. So just imagine just having food is enough for a lot of us, right? Maybe I don't have a car. Maybe I don't have, a house. Maybe I don't have all these other material things that comes along our way. But let me tell you, when we have food, we have everything, right?
Yeah, yeah.
That that was very important for them. So this is a little bit of the history that I was able to recoup. So I don't know, Angie, what do you think about this? What can you tell us a little bit more about
No,
what is
yes.
the season of celebrating?
Yeah, that brought me to my memory when I was teaching to kids about Thanksgiving. And what I was telling them was when people used to celebrate from harvest, because of course, like for example, on these days, with this cold that we're experiencing right now at this moment, of course, any kind of plant is gonna die, or just we just got what we could, during the time of the summer. If someone grows any vegetables or plants, so that happened the same in that time. It happened. So people used to celebrate that and say thank you, and also develop different ways to keep the harvest safe, right? That's how we can live in this moment at this time. But also just to share with your kids the knowledge about how to grow a plant or a vegetable, something, and celebrate that and know more about it. That was very good. Right now, we just get everything because, of course, we have changed. But definitely they used to get together, different cultures together, and then have this harmony and then celebrate that. So yeah, definitely they had a lot of to give thanks.
Yeah. And like we always said, right? I mean, yes, in November, there's a Thanksgiving celebration, but listen, every day it's a day to give thanks. So yes, it's not just in November, but it's good to separate a day, right? It's good to separate a day because imagine we all busy, we all working, we all doing this, we all doing that. So let's stop for 1 second and let's gather together as a family, to contemplate what God has given us, right? Let's take that, right? And that's why it is important at least to set up a day. And that is great that we still have that until today, right? So we don't know if they were celebrating in November back then, but they had a day too. But it's just so great to know that every day is an opportunity to give thanks, right? Yes, we'll do it differently when it comes to November 24th, because that is the time that we say we all off from work, we all off from everything else that kind of like keep us busy, but we want to come together as a family, our friends, right? Whoever it is, but to give that moment, and that special moment to give thanks for everything that God has given us throughout the year. So that lead us really quick to why are we giving thanks? So I picked this Psalm 100 and verse 4, and it says, enter into his gate with thanksgiving and into his court with praise. And you know what? That is another reminding from God in the scripture that's telling us, wait a minute, just enter. It's like saying, come up to me and just give me thanks, because he's an open door. It's not like, yeah, let me knock on the door and let me see if you're there. No, he's open to everyone. He's open for us to come to him, to lay out whatever we want to lay out to him and say, God, thank you. Thank you. Like I always said, thank you for the good. Thank you for the bad. Thank you for another day. Thank you for because I'm able to see the sun today because, you know, all these things that we can actually see through our eyes that God has given us. And that is an opportunity. So that's why I picked that song. And I just listed a little couple of things, and I know Angie will talk about it a little bit more. And this is a little list that I made myself. And this says, let's give thanks to God first. For what? For what he has given me. All right. And I already set the examples for my family, because I have a plate on my table, because I have a job, right? Because I'm healthy. So let's just give thanks. You know, how many people are sick and they want to be healthy, but they can't. But now we are healthy, and let's give thanks. And even if you're sick, still give thanks, right? So for our harvest, our food, right? And that is so precious. You know, I'm the type of person, Angie, and I'm sure you probably are, because we are, you know, we all like kind of think the same, right? And it really hurts me when I have to throw a plate of food on the garbage.
Oh, yes.
Because it's, for me, it's so precious. It's like someone else could be eating this food that I'm throwing away, right?
Yeah.
Someone that really needs it. So, you know, little things like this, we can take it into consideration and be like, you know, care about it, care about the food. Maybe it's not the food that you want. Maybe it's not a restaurant food that we can eat every day, but just give thanks, you know, like families in other countries, right? Poor countries, undeveloped countries, all they have probably is rice and beans, right? That's their food throughout the day. So, and they giving thanks. Imagine that, they giving thanks. And how about us? That we have everything in this country. We can eat whatever we want, and let's just be thoughtful about it and meditate on those little things that God give us daily, right? And also I listed jobs, right? Isn't it jobs important, Angie?
Yes. Yeah.
It is, right? I mean, without jobs, we wouldn't have food on the table, of course, but it's so important. And you know what's also, and I keep bringing it up, the importance to be happy at what you do. Because there are many people that are going to jobs and they are unhappy. Why? Just give thanks because you have a job to begin with, you know, and then just let it flow. We all know we're all different. We all know we think different. We all know all these things it's going to come our way, but please just go with love, with passion, with a great attitude, with a positive attitude, right? And let everything just flow in place. And that's what I always say, you know, you got to be happy. Yes, we have to work until, like, some people start saying, oh yeah, I have to work until I'm like 65 years old. Yeah, you're thinking already when you're 65, when you're in your 30s? I don't want to be thinking. I still have a long way to go, right? So, so it's what we put in our mind, it's what we put in our heart. So let's go day by day. I always call it like that. So thank everything, you know, as you go. You know, God only knows. The word, you know, there's a song that says God only knows. God only knows what tomorrow is going to bring. So let's worry about today. Let's worry and give thanks about today. You know, this week, I just want to say, you know, think it through it a little bit more. Maybe you need a time to sit down and actually relax and say, you know what? Maybe I wasn't even thinking that just by having my dinner was sufficient to me. And just go back and see those little things, because just as you know, Angie was saying that, and she will speak to about it later, you know, let's not focus on those things that we don't have yet, but focus on those little things that we have right now and enjoy those things, because later it will bring those other stuff that we maybe wanted to have or wanted to do, you know. But that's why we say the future is uncertain. It could come and it could not come, right? So, but we just, they're waiting, you know. And that is something that, you know, I have also learned, Angie, and is, you know, not to hesitate about what you really want to do and what you really want to achieve, because it will come if it's for you and it's on that time, it will come to you no matter what, right? But
Yes.
let's not get ourselves stressed out because of that. Just
Yeah.
wait on your time, and the one that knows more about our time is our God, right? He knows better, and he will let us do the things that he thinks is better in our lives, and that way we can move forward. So just my thing that I could share with you now is just be reminder of, you know, God's love, of God's mercy, you know, in our lives, and how he show us that love every day, you know. And by giving thanks is a good way for us telling, you know what, thank you. Because many times we keep asking for this, for that, we pray for this, for that, but let's not ask anything, right?
Yeah.
Moment. And let's just focus and tell him, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for everything that you have provided me to me until today. So Angie, what do you want to add to this?
Yeah, no, definitely I'm with you. I'm following you. And when you were talking, I was thinking, one day one of my friends told me, have you ever give thanks when you are washing the dishes? And you know what? A lot of miracles happen just in that moment when we are taking a shower, you name it. But let's come to this example of washing the dishes. What do you have to give thanks? Well, you have food, you have someone to share, someone bring it to your table, someone cook it for you. You have the possibilities to buy things. You have the water easy to come, soap and everything. So, you know, yeah. So every time that we are doing these kinds of things, it's not for us to say, oh, again, another chore in my house. No, it's just a moment to give thanks, even to give thanks also to your family. What about to enjoy the bad days when your kids are making a tantrum? Oh, what do we do? Oh, we maybe get angry, we yell up to them. But what about if we say, wait a minute, is the time when they have to express themselves? I have to be here. Maybe I need to learn more, to be patient, to grow in virtues, to grow in this fruit of the spirit. And then, you know to handle that and teach them that, well, they can have self-control also, right? But it's also is very good to have those bad days or those bad moments. The other one is the supermarket. We have everything. We go, and over here in the United States is you know, open, colors, smells. Even if you want to eat and name it, Italian food, Vietnamese food, you can do that. So it's just give thanks in the traffic also. Oh, well, you know, I have a car. I have everything. There is money. There is everything that I need, and I can go. So, you know, so then we changed from being angry to be thankful and just appreciate and say, you know what, Lord, thank you, and I will honor you, you know, because of course that's what we have to do as the kids of the King, right? So yeah.
Yeah, so no, it is all about, again, thinking about those things that are there and we don't notice. So this will take us to ways to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. And Angie, tell us about what you wrote here.
Yes, I brought this because it is very important for us to become a discipline on noticing even the small things and just stop at some point. Just to look at our kids, for example, to listen to them, to try to understand them, or your spouse, your wife, your husband, just say thank you for being here. Thank you for the little things we have, even the coffee that you get every morning. Just one day I was just thinking, wow, it's really your mercy, right? It's really that you have provided us with all of these beautiful things. Why don't we appreciate it and take care of them? So then we can notice that. Also, of course, the little things, and help with the little things. And with little things, you make a difference. Sometimes I tell my kids, just pick up your plate and rinse it. That helps a lot. It's just a little things that if you do that every day, you pick up your clothes and you put it in the basket. Anything that you can do for somebody else, even if it's little, or in an office, if you clean the place where you are eating, somebody else is gonna come and it's gonna be comfortable. So those kinds of little things that we can provide, and is an attitude of gratitude. Of course, the gift of adoration and worship, just to have in our minds and in our thoughts good songs, that can worship our Lord, that there is many. And maybe you can tell us about some good ones in English, because there is a lot of it also in Spanish. But yeah, so maybe we can just choose those songs with purpose. Other thing that we need to cultivate is laugh, the sunset, a friendship, right? The church that we can go, we can listen, we can really become a little bit more wisdom. We can have more wisdom when we go, right? So also the time when someone is talking to you or sharing a moment with you, why don't bring a good time for somebody else that just wants to be with you? Why not, right? The company, also the imperfect things, right? So nothing has to be perfect, because if we look on that, we are going to become angry. Perfectionism is more like poison. No, it's just, maybe you go to, I don't know, to someone invites you to her house and gives you a bread that is not totally warm. Well, just offer that, or there is not enough, I don't know, sugar. Well, that's okay, so not everything has to be perfect to be good, and to say, well, thank you, even expect that. In my life, I have practiced that part, I know that something is going to be imperfect, even in the Thanksgiving dinner, right? We have heard a lot of stories for people who say, oh, and the turkey was not ready, right? Well, I mean, but what's the most important thing? The intention, I don't know, just find the good things into imperfection. Don't focus on what you are missing. Again, like sometimes I feel that right now we have a big cake, right? And of course we are gonna miss some parts, but we are gonna take care of other parts. So you have just to be where you are and with quality, right? And then appreciate the value of something. Appreciation is just to see something grow, right? Your community, the faith, your again, your family, just to appreciate that. And then just keep on going, keep on moving, and of course, thank the Lord for everything, even though it's hard. Really, this way of following Christ help us to say, you know what, thank you for the bad moments, for the things that I didn't understand, and maybe I will never understand because that belongs to you. But you know what? I just need to become stronger and have faith, and just hold me with your hand because I need you, right?
Okay.
So yeah, so definitely those are the things. And just to bring up some something from the Bible, like in Philippians, we have Philippians 4, chapter 4, from 6 to 7. It says, rejoice in the Lord always, right? And it says, I will say it again, rejoice. Do not be anxious about anything, but in everything, but by prayer and petition, with thanksgiving, present your request, because he's always listening to us, right? And just to invite you to grow and just have this sense of thanksgiving, honoring God in these times. Be really happy because of what we are living at this moment. Even if it's a lot or it's not or it's different, it's good. Yeah, and just change the sense, right? More a spiritual sense and something that is going to fulfill our hearts. Yeah, that's the most important thing, Mari, I think.
Yeah. No, thank you. Thank you. All of those, you know, things that you spoke about it's so important. It's so important, and how to make it part in our lives, how to make it happen every day. And like you said, it's hard, and I know it's hard. It's not an easy thing. It's not an easy when you get upset, and you know you have to tell yourself, I can't be upset because I'm just hurting myself. I'm just making myself, not in a good mood. So why? So it's like you have to turn it back and be like, wait, let me turn myself back again, and let me restart it myself again, and just be in control of you, right? And let's learn. And I know we spoke in the last topic that we brought, right, Angie, we talk about our mind, our body, and our spirit, and how it is important to know each one, so we know how to deal with different situations. So yeah, it is a reminder. It is a reminder. And this week that we enter in Thanksgiving, please be mindful, be thoughtful, think about it. If you think that any of these things that we share with you today made an impact, made something, fulfill you in any type of way, just share it with us and say, hey guys, I just want to say thank you. And believe me, we're happy if you say something was able to speak to me. And that says that we are here, and what we're doing together it has a meaning. And that's what it's all about. It has to have a meaning for others, not for us. We're learning, we're going through this. We know, we have learned, we have the experience how we have dealt with different situations and move forward. And this is what we want to teach you. This is what we want you to encourage and be aware of, right? And this time is a great time to do it. It's a great time because now we're entering like the holiday season, right? And what Christmas is coming to. And I know Angie and I will be working on a Christmas, right, Angie? We will
Yes.
begin some topics about Christmas. So just be there. Just keep on, coming back to our videos and share and motivate others, right? Hey, just be like, listen, hey, I heard this. What do you think? And things like that. And this is how this is how it can be spread, right?
Yes.
And the same way you know how people spread bad things, how come we don't spread good things?
Yeah.
Good thing. This is a good thing. This is a good input that we are giving you guys. And it just makes us really, really happy that we able to do it. And God has given us this opportunity to do it. And it is because there is a purpose, and there is a purpose in your lives the same way it is in our lives. And we just want to say thank you. Thank you for taking the time. And I was sharing with Angie, we got a testimony from someone that really, really, really enjoyed our last topic. And he was so thankful about it. And this is what it's all about. It is about reaching those people that maybe they haven't never heard about how we can make ourselves better. How can God make us a better person? So in this time, we just want to say thank you. Thank you first to what, that you'll be watching us. And thank you for, and just be thankful to God for everything and anything that you are dealing with right now. All right. So yes, we just, we want to end it right here and just be waiting, because we are going to be bringing more often, I want to say, right? More often, we want to be bringing more topics, more materials that we want to share with you guys, because I think this is the time, and that we have to take advantage of this, access that we have with you guys direct. And yes, I've been questioned, Angie, that, most of our videos have been done in Spanish, but this is the reason why we're bringing it in English, right? And because we do have most of our, our audience is Spanish speaking audience, but we do also have an English speaking audience as well. So, and this is why we're doing it. And I know people in Spanish can look at the captions just the way this other person has to look up the captions, in English, because it was in Spanish. So I guess you guys could both do the same thing. So, but please, just be patient, and we'll be right here with you. And anything, just, send us a message. Me, Angie are available. And, we'll take it from there. But thank you, and have a great night, and enjoy this Thanksgiving. Like the word said, enter into his gate with thanksgiving, and just enter. That's it. Don't look back, look forward. Amen. So have a great day, and God bless you.
God bless you. Thank you.